Who wants to be a millionaire? It should be obvious that everyone does. And how do we achieve that? So the thing that we should do is asteroid mining. And there's an astrophysics that once said the first trillionaire in the world will be the first person who mines asteroid. So what is this actually? Why does make us so rich? Asteroid mining is a new way to digging and extracting raw metals from space, and especially asteroids and or minor planets. So it's simple as that. And what benefits do we gain from this for us even to do this? So first is the unlimited resources. So why? Because in the past there are a lot of scientists prove the universe is infinitely expanding. So this mean that we have unlimited resources from infinite of asteroids. Secondly, developing technologies. Why? Because in the past, when the US starts to explore space, especially the moon, they have to find a way to contact the astronaut. So they develop a thing called Bluetooth, which is a wireless communicator at that time. So the time phase is very simple for us. This is only a half a century project. So now, the first phase is currently now the testing phase. We could actually do small tests, and later on, 20 years later, in precise, we will allow us to mining in small batches and build fuel stations. And lastly, 50 years from now, we will achieve a perfect mining project. So we have the time phase already, but how about the locations? I have two asteroids right here, which is the first one is Bennu and second one is 16 Psyche. The Bennu which is the first one. It's have water and carbon compounds. Carbon takes part in coal and especially diamonds. How about the second one? The second ones have what? It has gold, iron, nickel, and platinum. These four are important for the Earth industries. Now we have the plan already. We have the planets already, and the plan we have to finding and first one, finding and landing on it is always the most important one. So finding, we already found it. How about we land on it? We could use huge rockets to just stabilize it and let it not spin. Secondly, mining and transporting all of it back to Earth. So how do we do that? First, we will let the robot to mine the asteroids. Secondly, we will use a rocket to transport all it back to Earth. Now, here's the comparison. Why we need to do this? Here's the reason. So this is the Earth accessible materials. This means that we have and access, not the one that in the core. So we can see here's the Earth and the 16 side, which is introduced earlier. The Earth is much less than it in all the platinum, gold, and nickel. And there's a fun fact though. If we enlarge this 16 side into the Earth size, it will more than a few or a quadruple times. So everything have to come at a cost. What does this cost? So it costs mostly about 300 million to 1.5 billion. So it seems a lot for some of the developing countries like Vietnam and Cambodia, but this is nothing compared to the already developed countries like the US or the Russia. So 1.5 billion is equal to a Burj Khalifa, the tallest building in the world. It's also 1.5 billion, so it's kind of same. But in the past, when the US started to exploring space, or I would say landing on the moon, they have to spend $25 billion to just landing on the moon. But this is only in the past, and we would know how much it will cost now. It will cost $150 billion, like 6 times more. So it is so much right now. So what is the conclusion? Mining asteroid is become real possibility. It gives a lot of material to replace for Earth needs to exploit it. And also, although it's costly and challenging, it's packed with a huge potential to build a space economy when it's sustainable. Thank you for your listening.